This is my favourite time of the year.
Is it?
Before it all goes mental. LFF time.
You like it before LFF or during LFF?
No, during.
Oh, yeah,
during.
okay,
This is the
good.
calm
Me
before
too.
the storm, right?
This is nice. This is nice.
Congrats on the festival again. Last year was obviously provided a challenge. The year before provided a challenge. How excited are you now to feel like you're kind of back to normality and you have all these amazing world premieres to share with London and people around the country?
Yeah, it's great because you're right. Last year felt we didn't quite know what was going to happen because we were going into the Royal Festival Hall for the first time, which was really exciting. But as you say, it was a sort of return, and it had an incredible energy and excitement about it. It was really incredible. And this year, yeah, I have to say, like ticket sales, box office, it's raced ahead of where we expected it to be, and I think that's a real testament to the programme, the fact that audiences do like being in cinemas with other people and discovering new films. I think the films this year are amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot coming out of Venice and Toronto, but also lots of British elements as well. Have there been any films in the lineup this year that you've seen that you're really excited for people to view from a British point of view?
You know what? My job is so boring now that I don't get to see anything like I used to. But it's got far too corporate. However, there are a number of debuts that I'm really excited to see that I hear amazing things about. So George Oakley's Blue Jean, which screened in Venice and everyone absolutely loves. We have another debut called Pretty Red Dress, which I'm really excited to see. Medusa Deluxe. Yeah, I think the filmmakers in the UK are really interesting at the moment, and actually the filmmakers that we're supporting at BFI Luminous tonight are a sort of testament to that as well. Really interesting, playful filmmaking.
How exciting is it for you when you get to Luminous and you get to celebrate these up and coming filmmakers and see that the talent that they have and what they could be capable of, years down the line?
Yeah, it's really exciting. I mean, it's what I've always loved. I've always loved kind of seeing something in someone exciting and trying to find ways to lift them up and give them a bit of a platform. So this is a brilliant opportunity for that. BFI on two counts actually, because we have the awards with Chanel, which is a fantastic opportunity, and we're really grateful for their generosity. But also we use BFI Luminous to raise funds for the BFI in our education and talent development work that we do year round. So I'm quite nervous actually about that because it all happens on the night, and it's so important that we raise funds tonight. So hopefully when you're interviewing people, you'll just encourage them to dig deep.
Yeah. And just as a final question, I mean, you mentioned there about the cinema experience. Obviously there's things going on with Cineworld and everything else, but then on the flip side, films like Top Gun and everything else have shown that people do want to go to the cinema. Where do you guys sit at the minute with cinemas? Are you still hopeful that there's a future, as it seems audiences do still want to go to the cinema where they can?
Yeah, I feel good about it actually. I mean, we operate cinemas. We've got the BFI South Bank, which has a fairly cineastic program, and we have the BFI IMAX, which we're also now programming ourselves, so we're kind of feeling it in different ways. And I tell you what's really interesting is that I think the film slate at the moment is the challenge. It's still coming back to life, but we programmed Moon Age Daydream at the BFI IMAX.
I heard it went down.
It was insane. I think it was literally the highest performing week of a documentary on a screen ever.
Wow.
So that's good news.
That's good. News.
So I feel good about that, and Avatar did well.
That small film Avatar that everyone's been waiting
I know, but I wasn't sure whether it would, and it did, so that's also good. So yeah, I feel good. I mean, obviously we need more films, but we're also doing really well with the Satyajit Ray seasons and some of our, more kind of classic repertory seasons. So yeah, look, it's definitely been tough. It's still tough. I think there's other financial problems out there which are kind of complicating certain issues. But I think next year, hopefully, we'll feel like we're rising back up to a kind of year-round slate.
Yeah,
feel good.
Fantastic. Well, wish you all the best. Thanks so much for your time. Pleasure. Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey You Guys.